Madrid has won more Champions League titles than any other football team.
We wanted to take on the challenge of making it even more monumental, so that beyond playing football, it could be the entertainment center that Madrid needed.
Real Madrid is not just a football club, it is a global institution. More Champions League titles than any team in history. Hundreds of millions of fans across every continent. A brand so large that its home stadium has to represent more than football. For decades, the Santiago Bernabéu did exactly that. But in the 21st century, greatness demands reinvention. So Real Madrid made a decision few clubs would dare to make. They would completely rebuild their legendary stadium while continuing to play every home match inside it. What followed became one of the most complex construction projects ever attempted in the middle of a major city. The goal was radical. Transform an aging football arena into a year-round entertainment machine. Concerts, events, shows, football without interruption, all wrapped in a futuristic steel shell that would redefine Madrid's skyline. And it had to be done fast. The new stadium would feature a fully retractable roof, a massive 360-degree video scoreboard, an underground logistics ring, and a revolutionary system that allows the entire football pitch to be stored beneath the ground. Each of these elements alone would qualify as a mega project. Real Madrid decided to build all of them at once. The first obstacle was history itself. Much of the original structure had to be preserved. Beneath the stadium ran an active train line. Around it lived millions of residents. Space was limited, time was limited, and failure was not an option. Then came the biggest restriction of all. Real Madrid refused to leave. Matches would continue. Fans would fill the stands. European nights would go on as scheduled. Construction crews would simply have to work around them. The first challenge was dismantling the old roof. 1,200 tons of steel had to be removed 70 meters above the pitch. Specialists worked in a delicate balancing act, suspended high over a stadium that would soon host tens of thousands of people again. As demolition spread around the perimeter, engineers prepared for the heart of the transformation, a colossal metal structure designed to encase the existing stadium. Two massive megatrusses, each nearly 180 meters long and weighing around 2,000 tons, would support the new roof and facade. But there was a catch. They could not be assembled from the ground. With no access to the pitch below, engineers borrowed techniques from bridge construction. The trusses were built in sections on either side of the stadium and then joined high in the air. This had never been done before in a football stadium. Precision was everything. Welding errors in load-bearing joints could have catastrophic consequences. Hundreds of tons of steel had to align perfectly. The margin for error was measured in millimeters. All of this unfolded while matches continued. On game days, construction paused. Cranes were secured, machinery was cleared. Safety inspections took over. Within hours, a live construction site transformed back into one of the most famous football venues on Earth. Then the world stopped. In early 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic shut down stadiums across Europe. Matches moved behind closed doors. For most projects, this was a disaster. For the Bernabéu, it was an opportunity. With no fans in the stands, engineers were finally allowed to dig beneath the pitch. What they carved out became the hypogeum, a massive underground chamber over 20 meters deep. This space would house a never-before-seen system capable of dividing the pitch into 6 giant panels and lowering them underground into a controlled environment. Here, the grass would live most of the year under artificial light, irrigation, and temperature control. The stadium could then host concerts and events without damaging the playing surface. Building the hypogeum was dangerous. The surrounding ground could collapse. Hundreds of anchors were drilled into the earth to stabilize the walls. Excavation ran day and night. There was no pause. Above ground, another innovation took shape. An underground logistics ring was built to allow trucks, equipment, and supplies to circulate inside the stadium without interfering with spectators. No other stadium in the world had anything like it. Meanwhile, engineers tested the retractable roof system kilometers away. 12 massive sections, each over 70 meters long, had to open and close in perfect synchronization. Weight was a constant enemy. If the roof became too heavy, the entire mechanism would fail. To solve this, engineers borrowed from aeronautical design, combining steel and composite materials to reduce weight while maintaining strength. Then nature intervened. A historic snowstorm slammed Madrid. The worst in 50 years. Construction slowed, deadlines tightened, costs climbed. The original budget was pushed to its limits. Still, the project moved forward. Piece by piece, the 4 roof trusses were lifted into position. Each movement took hours. A slight imbalance could have caused structural failure. Once installed, the trusses had to be moved across the stadium. Thousands of tons shifting weight through a structure never designed for motion. It was an engineering gamble. After years of work, the steel shell closed in around the old stadium. A wraparound facade made of more than 13,000 unique stainless steel slats began to rise. Each piece was custom-made, designed to reflect light without blinding drivers or overheating the surrounding streets. The facade transformed the Bernabéu into a modern landmark, visible across the city. Inside, the final signature feature took shape. A continuous 360-degree video scoreboard, wrapping the stadium in light and sound. Engineers had to account for expansion, vibration, and movement. The screen had to remain seamless, no matter how the structure shifted. Finally, the grass returned. The pitch panels were raised from the hypogeum, aligned with millimeter precision and locked into place. Sensors monitored every blade of grass. Lighting, water, and nutrients were adjusted in real time. After 5 years of construction and more than $1 billion invested, the transformation was complete. The retractable roof could open or close in 20 minutes. The pitch could disappear underground. The stadium could host football one day and a concert the next. And through it all, Real Madrid never stopped playing. The Santiago Bernabéu is no longer just a stadium. It is a machine. A symbol of how modern engineering, ambition, and risk can reshape a city's identity. In earlier eras, civilizations built pyramids and cathedrals to reflect their power. A symbol of how modern engineering, ambition, and risk can reshape a city's identity. In earlier eras, civilizations built pyramids and cathedrals to reflect their power. Today, they build megastructures like this. For Real Madrid, the message is clear. The club doesn't just want to win on the pitch. It wants its home to be timeless. Today, they build megastructures like this. For Real Madrid, the message is clear. The club doesn't just want to win on the pitch. It wants its home to be timeless.